This is Toby Graves, the Ultimate Amateur, and my hobby is fishing.
Hey there, it's Greta back again with another part 2 episode of Ultimate Amateur. Now, if you were paying close attention to episode 5, you may have noticed something interesting about my guest. Yup, that was my dad. While I love interviewing college students, quote unquote real adults also have a lot of interesting hobbies, and when I decided I wanted to give fishing another go for the first time in years, well, who's a better candidate to ask than my own dad? For episode 5, I wanted to try something a little different from the hobbies I took a shot at in previous episodes and do something a little more outdoorsy. Yeah, I know it was filmed inside, but it gave me an opportunity to look into a hobby that could easily translate into an outside activity: making fishing rigs.
I learned how to make my own rigs from a lot of different sources. I watched a lot of YouTube videos, I learned from a lot of individuals.
Now, I'll be the first to admit that I don't love fishing, and honestly, my dad would probably be the second to say so. But learning how to make handmade rigs, I really found a new appreciation for the hobby and really started to see a little bit more why people like fishing so much. Fishing is not only a lot of fun for a lot of people, but it's an incredibly useful skill to have, especially if you live in the South like I do.
I started fishing as a young child, and I really always thought it was cool to kind of be in this person versus nature kind of situation where you're trying to accomplish something that not everybody can do, and you can catch fish for your own, which is a source of food. And I found out that it's not just as easy as it seems. You have to learn how to make certain rigs and certain fishing devices, and I started watching other people who were doing this, and I learned how to follow their techniques to catch fish, to supply your family with food.
My dad says that fishing has been a part of his life for as long as he can remember, and that he took up the hobby because it allowed him to spend more time with some of the people closest to him. I'm kind of getting to have that same experience by making this video with him. Surprisingly, I found that fishing is a lot more creative than it seems. It's not just casting a rod and a reel with a little bit of bait and hoping something bites.
I really kind of invented myself. For example, one thing that I started doing was using glass beads to catch fish, because the bait would not sink down to the bottom as quickly as I wanted it to. So I thought it would be a good idea to use glass beads to sink them down as kind of a secret weight that the fish couldn't see. And the glass beads sunk to the bottom of the water really easily, and that made it kind of mysterious to the fish, and we were able to catch them better.
For anyone who wants to get into fishing or rig making, my dad has one big piece of advice for you.
I just encourage people to fish a lot. That's the biggest thing I can tell people about fishing, is if you want to catch more fish, to fish more.
Thank you so much for watching this episode of Ultimate Amateur. I really had a great time learning this more hands-on, very useful hobby, and who knows, maybe I'll try my rig out soon. Maybe. Keep up with Ultimate Amateur for more episodes.